Thank you very much, and thank you for building that. Our next speaker is going to talk about privacy wars. Please welcome up Jenny Wanger.
Jenny Wanger. I am a human-centered designer and a product manager at Arity, which is a startup founded by Allstate Insurance. Like every other company out there, we interact a ton with customer data, and I started to think, how is it that companies actually structure their privacy philosophy? Why do they do certain things with people's data? How do they treat it? What do they believe about it? And I realized that this really needs to be rooted in the customers that these companies serve. They need to match their privacy philosophy to their customers. So I found a lot of research on people's attitudes towards privacy, and it was all numbers. And I said, what do these mean? Who are these people who are using our stuff? Because this doesn't help me know what to do. This doesn't tell me who these people are. So I did interviews, I talked with experts, and I came up with 5 personas. They range both in terms of how much they want to share with people, as well as how worried they are about people's privacy. And so what I found is that these guys make it tangible. They make users' attitudes towards sharing information with companies much more concrete. And so I hope that you guys can take a look at these personas and figure out what it is that you need to do in your own companies in order to figure out how your privacy philosophy should be shaped. So let's start with the super sharer. You guys have all unfriended her on Facebook because she is always talking about the run she's training for, and then she overheard this on the subway, and oh look, kittens, and you're like, oh my God, please. And so what makes the super sharer great though is sometimes she's also sharing information about political actions she cares about, or climate change, right? But she doesn't worry about privacy because she wants to get her information out there. For her, the sharing is the key part of what makes her interactions with companies valuable. I've got nothing to hide, on the other hand, says, hey NSA, do your best, because guess what? I have a normal job and a normal life, and what am I going to do? This is probably the largest category of people out there. He really doesn't care if you see his vacation photos, right? But at the same time, he is really not so happy about being forced to give up all of his information in order to use stuff. Right, so like one person I talked to said, well, what am I going to do? I use this, I use it or I'm out of the loop, right? So you give up your information. Post no photos is the one that surprised me the most, and you guys are all taking photos of this, by the way. Post no photos is really concerned about the power a visual image can have, right? My weight is a generic piece of information, and I'm sure a couple people in the room have the same weight as me, but my face is unique to me. Post no photos cares about control. She wants to know where her data is going, and also she's worried that once you post a photo out there, you don't know whose hands it gets into, right? You don't know who's going to look at it, what's going to happen. Misguided worrier is the only one that corresponds to a demographic, and that's pretty much all baby boomers. He knows all about those bad things that happen on the internet, right? And so he's figured it out. I will avoid the internet. So as he told me, I trust people, not technology. So no email, no social media, but when he has to buy something online or pay for it, you know what he does? He picks up the phone and tells his credit card number to a person. Yeah. So, high-tech protector. I know there's a couple of you guys in this room, right? Because this is somebody who actually really has looked at all the privacy settings on Facebook. This is somebody where if they ask for you to do a social login with your company, she is going to think about it first. Every piece of information she shares with the company, and it's whether it's social media or whether it's just with, a individual company, a plain old thing, it's a deliberate decision. She knows why she's sharing it with you, where it's going, and she is choosing to do so. So, 5 different personas. First question, you guys, who are you? Second question, who do you work with? Because your company interacts with at least one of these personas and probably more of them every single day. And so now, are you making choices in your own privacy philosophy that meet the needs of your customers? Or are you letting your lawyers dictate your privacy philosophy in a sheet of paper that's on the link on your website in the bottom that nobody reads? So, design things for the super sharer, or design things for post no photos, but don't just say we do stuff. Make your choices deliberate, make your philosophy deliberate, because guess what? Sharing your information with other random people on the internet and with other companies is scary. Privacy is an emotional, personal decision, so don't just let it be haphazard. Take the lead, because we are leaders in tech here at South by, and actually be deliberate about your own company's choices. So thank you guys very much. I hope you join me in this conversation on social media. And if you're wondering, high-tech protector.